Stop. Whatever you're trying not to think about right now, just try harder. Push it away. Force it out of your head. Now be honest. Did it disappear? Or did it get louder? That's not weakness. That's not obsession. That's not you. Overthinking. That's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. And tonight, we're going to break down why you keep thinking about what you can't stop thinking about. Because the harder you try to forget something, the deeper it burns itself into your mind. Psychologists call this the ironic process. But in simple terms, your brain has two systems working at the same time. The first system is intentional. It's the part of you that says, don't think about them, don't replay that mistake, don't imagine that worst case scenario. But the second system is automatic. It quietly scans your mind to check whether the thought is gone. And to check if a thought is gone, it has to look for it, which means your brain keeps bringing it back. It's like telling someone, don't look at the red door. What's the first thing they imagine? The red door. The more emotional the thought is, the stronger this loop becomes. That's why breakups feel impossible to move on from. That's why embarrassment replays at 2 a.m. That's why one mistake can live rent-free in your head for years. It's not because you're broken. It's because your brain treats emotional memories as threats, and threats must be monitored. Now here's where it gets darker. Your brain doesn't care whether the threat is real anymore. It only cares whether it felt intense. That's why you can't stop thinking about someone who hurt you, ignored you, or left without closure. Your brain is trying to solve it. It believes if it keeps replaying the moment, you'll eventually figure it out. But you won't, because you're not solving a puzzle. You're feeding a loop. And the more you feed it, the more it grows. Have you ever noticed something? When you're busy, truly focused, immersed in something demanding, the thoughts fade. But the moment you're alone, quiet, unstimulated, they come back stronger. That's because idle space gives your monitoring system room to work. Silence amplifies unfinished emotions. And your brain hates unfinished things. This is called the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished experiences stay active in your memory longer than completed ones. That's why closure matters so much. That's why unanswered questions feel unbearable. That's why what if is more powerful than it's over. Your mind wants completion. But here's the truth no one tells you. Sometimes the thought doesn't stay because it's important. It stays because you keep resisting it. Resistance is attention, and attention is fuel. The brain strengthens whatever you repeatedly focus on, even if the focus is, I don't want this. So what do? You stop fighting it, not in a motivational way, not in a just let it go way, but in a strategic way. Instead of saying, I need this thought to disappear, you say, fine, stay. Watch what happens when you stop arguing with your own mind. When you allow the thought to sit there without trying to solve it, without trying to erase it, without trying to judge it, it weakens. Because now, the monitoring system has nothing to monitor. You're no longer signaling threat. You're signaling safety. And safety shuts down obsession. This is why people who accept heartbreak heal faster than people who fight it. This is why people who sit with anxiety reduce it faster than people who suppress it. The brain is wired for survival, not comfort. If something feels emotionally intense, it gets prioritized. But when you stop labeling it as dangerous, it loses priority. Let me ask you something. What if the thought you're trying to eliminate isn't the real problem? What if it's the fear of the thought, the embarrassment, the regret, the loss, the unfinished story? Maybe you're not stuck on the person. Maybe you're stuck on how they made you feel. And feelings demand acknowledgement. Ignore them, and they get louder. Acknowledge them, and they calm down. Your mind is like a child tugging at your sleeve. If you ignore it, it pulls harder. If you look at it and say, I see you, it relaxes. This doesn't mean the thought vanishes instantly. It means it stops controlling you. And here's the shift that changes everything. You don't need to stop thinking about it. You need to stop fearing that you're thinking about it. Because the moment you stop judging yourself for having the thought, the loop begins to break. Your brain is not your enemy. It's overprotective. It keeps replaying moments because it believes you missed something, because it believes you're still in danger, because it believes if it lets go, you'll get hurt again. But you're not there anymore. You're here. And the past doesn't need surveillance. So the next time the thought appears, don't push it away. Don't analyze it. Don't panic about it. Just notice it and let it pass like background noise. Because the mind clings to what you chase and chases what you resist. And maybe the reason you can't stop thinking about it is because you've been trying too hard to stop. If this made you realize something, watch it again. Not to replay the pain, but to notice the pattern. And once you see the pattern, you're no longer trapped inside it.